God damn, that video is loud. What's up, everybody? I'm the only one here. Oh, now people are coming.
Activate interlock.
Dynatherm's connected.
Infracell's up.
Mega thrusters are a go.
Oh, we did it. Sweet.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Figgah Bangin. I'm your host with the most, Ace Milo. Joining me tonight, we have a full crew, which is nice for the last couple weeks. Somebody wasn't here. Somebody.
And a little hectic.
Joining us tonight, we have the Hump Day Elizer. No, that was terrible.
Hump day.
Hump Elizer. That's worse.
No, that's not good either.
Mr. Brian Brink.
What's up, guys? Happy Hump day. Tomorrow's trash day. It's always Thursday morning.
Trash day. Mine's Monday night. We also have what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
That was like an abrupt end. Today's trash day. Okay.
So it's on my mind.
We also have back from hiatus, Mr. JD.
Hiatus
Hiatus of not being here.
Trash day is Wednesday here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We should get a list going. Everybody's trash day.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
What night do you put your trash out?
Friday morning.
Oh, wow. We're all different.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, we also have the realm's own pirate himself, Mr. Josh Fisher.
Arr. Avast, you scurvy sons of bitches. How y'all doing?
Very good. Fantastic, even.
Good, buddy. Good.
All right.
I'll be fantastic, God.
Alrighty, so surprising nobody. Let's
really?
move this out of here. Let's get ourselves ready. Tonight, we are doing
What
Well,
the
we're
hell is
playing with-
that?
It looks like a bunch of Matchbox cars, man.
a bunch of Matchbox cars.
Oh, man.
Yay!
Some assembly required.
Ooh, do we have a racetrack we can put them on?
That would be
Nope.
fantastic.
No, but we
That
have
would
an
be
Omega.
Spectacular.
Like a monorail of sorts.
Yeah.
Monorail. I hear those things are awfully loud.
That's a
Brian made
Nobody?
us watch this movie.
It glides as softly as a cloud. Is there a chance the track would bend? Not on your life, my Hindu friend. All right, so this is Soul of Chogokin. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, it's not on the manual. Oh, GX88, Dairugger 15, also known as Vehicle Voltron here in Freedom Land. So this, what?
Freedom Land. How's
Freedom
that
Land.
to you?
So this is the follow-up to their Go Lion Voltron, Standing Lion Voltron. And so this guy's finally out. So this is the vehicle form of Voltron. The manuals are always pretty cool. So that's what he looked like in animation.
Well, that illustration of him, he's very rotund.
Well, he's a portly fellow. That's
Yeah.
probably why I like him.
Mhm.
Reminds me of me. So here he is in his deconstructed form. He is 15 vehicles.
Hence the number 15 in the name, I would assume.
Hence the Igziv right there.
The Igziv.
The Igziv.
Nice.
So
XV.
I couldn't speak any Greek before now. Now I know Igziv.
Ixnay on the Ixiv.
So he is a plethora of vehicles. We have little 4x4s. We got space shuttle-y things.
No, they go in the water.
They go on the okay. We got underwater
Yeah.
submarine things.
Uh-huh.
We got these kind of transporter things.
Yeah, those
With,
are also part of the C team.
Did the Jawas come out of the side and throw stuff when you try and climb it?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Only if you have Baby Yoda.
It's like
So
looks like a vacuum cleaner for the ocean floor.
Kind of. So, first of all, everything is fucking diecast. Like 90% of this whole thing is diecast. Like the base here is plastic, but most of the upper chunk here, this is all diecast. This whole thing weighs about 45 pounds, so that's all diecast. These tires are rubber. They pop off.
Oh, you broke it.
I broke it.
It's out of frame. It's out of focus.
So
So-
Ace, is it are those wheels free rolling considering what they become? Like or did I see.
Oh, I mean, they are free
All right.
rolling.
But
There's
it's
a
not
trick.
like
There's a trick.
Okay. All right.
There's a trick.
No spoilers. We'll get there.
These guys have rubber treads that roll.
Wow.
Nice.
They don't roll. Actually, they roll decently on this table. Again, when you have rubber tires or rubber treads, you need something with a little bit more grip. So, like a wood table isn't the best for rolling.
You do it on
But,
carpet, and then all the fuzzies
yeah.
get stuck in the treads.
That's how you know it's your toy.
That's right.
But
So you just
mine had
pretend it's
green
debris.
carpet.
Yeah, mine had
I
the
had
blue
blue.
fibers.
Mm-hmm.
I had blue carpet, so you can see. All, I don't know if you can see it because it's black on black, but you see all the wheels turning.
Yep.
As the treads turn.
Yeah.
Everything is painted to the nines. Like there's nothing on this thing is base plastic or base metal, except like these little bits here. And even then, I think these might be like powder coated or something.
Mm.
So everything is paint. There's no just bare plastic. Like even this white bit is painted, and that's just like a cover piece.
So do any of them have? Did any of you guys have the original? Like as a kid?
I did not.
I
I didn't have.
nope.
My Voltron was a little rubber, about this big, and it came apart, but they didn't transform. Like the
did
legs
you
and the
use
arms
it
all
to-
came off.
Okay. Did you use it to erase your arithmetic estate?
No, it wasn't an eraser. It was just It
Oh.
looked like an eraser, but
Oh.
it didn't erase.
I had that same one. Little rubberized, like 5-inch tall.
And I see people selling it at shows, but they want like $60 for it. I'm like,
Well,
Wow.
anyway, the reason why I asked was the other ones they had these things. It wasn't pullback action on the wheels, but like you could like vroom vroom vroom.
Oh, it was the one where you rev it
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
and then you put it on, and then
Did any of these do that?
no,
Okay.
they do not. You got this thing, which I don't know what it is.
That is from the land team.
Sure, it's got little treads on the bottom. It looks kind of like a sandcrawler.
Very reminiscent of that G.I. Joe mobile command center too.
These should sit flatter. They just don't because this becomes the hips, and I didn't remember which way the hips were because these pull down. You can see the hips in there. I didn't remember which way they folded up, so I was like, you know what, I'll just jam it in there and it'll be fine.
Now the old one had if I remember correctly, the front of it or the back of it, like something lifted up on the top, so it had kind of like a
this lifts up.
spoiler. Nah, it was something on either end to kind of so that you could differentiate
That
the front
does.
from the back. Yeah, I guess that's fine.
That's his peener.
Then you got this dealie, which also has little treads. These treads on these two are just plastic molded.
Oh, okay.
Do you
Now
have-
this
Oh,
one's
no.
something that top should lift up on that. I expect
It does.
as well. Yeah. Get that spudger, Ace. There you go.
Like I don't have one handy. Come on. And then you got that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So the Lion Voltrons did this too. Like they had the weapons you can plug in and do like other things with them. This guy does have more options, which we'll talk about. But you got the little jet dude.
That's probably the coolest piece of all.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have little landing gears, and these are just like little casters. They don't.
They don't
They're
fold up.
separate pieces. They fold up, but
Oh.
the wheels, the black wheels themselves, are pegged onto the red bits. They kind of sort of roll, but not really. It's more of It's more of a landing gear, as in it can sit, raised off the floor, not actual land with them landing gear.
So they spin just as a result of how they're assembled.
Yeah, they're not really.
Is one
They
of your
don't
wings
really-
bent?
No, they're hinged.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't. They're just not perfectly symmetrical.
Here, what are those ailerons or some shit? No.
These are canards.
Oh, really?
I think.
Cannot kick him in the canards.
Wolfman doesn't have canards.
And when you have little wings that come off the front, it's called a canard.
Canards.
Then we got these dealies, which it's a little weird that I wonder what those do, but so you got these little cars. These are very light. These are all plastic.
He can roll around and grab stuff.
But he's got rubber tires as well. It's super front heavy, so you can't roll them though. So let's see if I can just get a little bit of room.
You think when the guys that drive
He
those
just-
and they get in trouble, they just got to go out on or trash pickup detail and they just drive around and pick it up with the front of the car?
Maybe, but when you roll it, it just goes nose front. See, look, it just goes nose down because it's so front heavy and there's nothing in the back. So, was there a cover on here? No, that's just how it is.
Bots in Disguise wants to know how he compares to the Miracle Metalworks version. Do you have that version?
Oh yeah, hold on. No, I don't. I don't. No, I do not. I'm sorry. I cannot make that comparison.
I know that one's taller. I think I saw a comparison from the Rocket Punch Army guy.
I do not actually. I think this should be pulled out more. It's stuck. Fine, leave that way. We got the little helicopter dudes. So these free spin.
No way those helicopter blades would support that thing.
No.
If you if you blow on them, do they spin?
No,
Spit all over it.
and I spit out on everything.
It's a good thing it's coated with paint.
He's also got little landing gear.
Now, are they numbered, or do they come with stickers or anything?
There's no stickers, and they are technically numbered because they're numbered in the package,
Okay.
and they are numbered
Oh, there they are.
there.
Mhm.
Oh, look, toy rollers are on the 80s.
Oh my god.
So there's your numbering. And you got this little dude, which is also not very aerodynamic, but you got that little thing.
He's got canards, backwards
He's
canards.
got reverse canards. And then we got, looks like comes some kind of troop transport.
Oh, this is the one I was thinking of. So one of those red things should lift up if it's anything like the other toy.
Let's find out.
There you go. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I think only that side lifts.
That's what I was thinking of, that one.
Oh, there you go. So we got that guy. So he also, you're saying those wings would not work in real life. The blades. We can pop those off.
Oh, they got bigger ones.
And
Wow,
there you go.
Wow.
that spins pretty good.
So we'll show off accessories later. And anybody that has the regular Voltron knows why. This one doesn't like to sit properly. I'm gonna put this back. Oh my god, I'm breaking everything.
Hey, that big one in the back, do the treads underneath it, do they swivel?
Do they swivel?
The wheels, like the whole assembly that the wheels are on?
1 second. I gotta put this all back together real quick. It's not that easy to do one-handed.
Well,
Okay.
we see your other hand. You could use it.
Well, it won't reach all the way over there. Do the wheels swivel? They do.
All right. That's important. Okay.
Why is that important?
Oh, well, They all just don't combine to make one
Well, yeah,
giant
correct.
gestalt, right? They do.
Correct. So I'm not going to go into all the modes, but we'll at least show them. But yeah, so like you can do all kinds of things. Like it shows you how the landing gear pops out, how that red bit pops out, how you can. So this guy, these white bits can pop out. There you go. See different blades, and then hold on. What else? So then we get into the combination. So there's the rotated dealies. And it shows you how to connect everything together. So if you wanted to make all the different teams, you can make that.
Oh, so we're just gonna look at the illustration. I see.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into. We'll be here all night if I go into everything. But you can see you just kind of plug all those together, and then you get that guy.
Team.
You get the air team.
Air team, go.
And then you can plug all these, I guess, C teams together, and you get that.
Oh yeah.
And then all these other dudes can plug together. The cars can make that crazy thing.
A super punching car.
And then they call the combined mode
Fighting formation.
Neat.
So that's the actual combined mode instruction part. It's actually half the book, basically. You see the staples down there. So the whole rest of it is putting it together and all the extra bits. So, any questions before we...
Lord Shadowkeeper says, is it worth the price?
We'll get... that sounds more like a final thoughts question.
Final thoughts.
Trademark infringement.
But
Ace's last words. That's what we're going to call it.
ALW.
Yep.
Ace's anecdotes.
There you go. Something.
All right. So, anything before we move on, or should we just get to the main event?
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to do this roll from memory. It's not too difficult. It's not as simple as the line Voltron, where you've done it a billion times and you know how the black line.
Right. Stick the
It's
feet up
funny,
the
stick,
ass.
plug, and you're done. So it's a little bit more involved because there's literally 15 vehicles that got to go together. So I kind of laid everything out this way on purpose because this is the one side, this is the other side. So like all these pieces, this is basically how it's going to all come together. So I know what pieces go where. So we start off with the cars. Okay. So we can't have him. Actually, no. Actually, we're going to take. So we'll do this side first. We'll take the yellow car. We're going to leave him as is for now, and we're going to take this bit. So we take this bit, and we push down this red piece right there. Then we're going to come under here, and we're going to pull away this black piece with the treads on it, and we're going to fold up this blue bit down, and just tuck that flat against there. And then we're going to take a spudger and come under here and fold that bit up. That's going to be the connector for the foot.
Gotcha.
So now we close this back up, and now that seals that all back off. So now we got a nice flat base.
Transform. Sorry.
So then we fold up this white bit. It doesn't want to come up and over. What's the holdup?
Be careful.
You broke it already.
That should sit more flat. Why is it not sitting flat?
Maybe it tucks down.
No, it definitely tucks up. What's the holdup? There it is. Just was stuck for some reason. So you want to fold that like that, and then fold this completely over. So this is going to become a knee, and then that's going to become the. So that's the shin.
Shin.
So now we take the car, and we can see there's a big, huge groove just cut right through the middle of it. So we take this slot, this piece right here fits into that slot groove right there.
Man, my foot connects a totally different way than that. That's cool.
So now if we left it like that, he's going to have
roller skate
roller skate shoes, right?
Right.
We can't have that. So what we do is we pinch the tires in, and then we push the wheels up. So you don't push the base up. You actually have to push the tires up. And that gives them a flat foot. And it also, so if I pull these tires back down real quick, actually, I'll show you on the other one. That also locks, I don't know if you can see it in there, but I'll do it on this one real quick. So these connect the same way. So when I push these together, if you look down that groove, when I push the tires up, you can see there's a little piece in the middle.
Oh.
And that's what locks the ankle in. So when it's down, see there's a hole there?
Yeah.
And then that piece comes up and locks the ankle in.
All right. Hey, what's that little? There's something on top of that car.
That's for the combined mode with the
Okay.
with the other, like this guy up here, like that.
For the four-wheeled fists of fury.
So that's one lower leg. So then we can take this bit. We can flip out the connector.
Hey, I don't mean to be a pain in the butt, but I'm kind of curious about that blue leg.
This one?
Yeah. So when you combine the C team together, is there a port on the inner leg there where the thing plugs in? I'm just kind of curious.
That bit?
Oh, okay. And it automatically pushes through, I guess. Okay. I was curious about it. That's all.
There you go.
All right.
Ah.
Neat. All right. And then I guess there's a big square that's empty on the.
Mhm.
Gotcha. All right. I was just curious.
Okay. So we take this guy, we flip out that connector piece, and then we're going to collapse this down, just like that.
Whoa.
And now this metal piece is going to slot right into there. And there's a little, you're probably not going to be able to see it, but there's a little white clip. See, when I push that in, it springs in. So that goes into that hook and locks that together. And you got to really kind of,
Why don't you just push the button?
I mean, you still got to push it down pretty hard.
Okay.
So I think it's in there.
I tell you, man, the original one as a kid was so fragile, and you had to jam those things together sometimes.
Yeah, it's in there.
The one
So
I
when
gave
you
barely
lock that in, you want to give it a tug, make sure it's in there.
Oh yeah.
So if you remember in SDCC when they showed this guy off, like you saw that connector bit hanging out, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, those knees are horrible."
Right.
There's going to be a piece that covers that. They just didn't jam him in all the way.
Sweet.
So that's one leg done. So now we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. Push these yellow bits in. Fold out this bit. Fold in this blue bit. Take a spudger. Fold out the connector. Fold that piece back up. Fold that bit flat. Rotate that all the way around. Slide him into there. Pinch the wheels. Push the wheels in. Solid. Get this connector out. Like yeah. Shove that in.
In your messing with this, is there any chance of you putting the feet on the wrong legs? Like, are
you
they
can.
too-
They're
Okay.
not. There's,
I was
there's
just
nothing
curious if
stopping
they
it.
were. I thought maybe was just curious if they were.
They're exactly the same pieces and everything. So if
Okay.
you want to, you can put the feet on the wrong side. And you can
Okay.
you can put any combination of these three pieces on the other side, and it won't make a difference structurally. So if for some reason your childhood said it goes the other way, like I mean, it mostly matches, right? The reds and the yellows,
Yep,
mostly match. So it makes more sense thematically. But for some reason, when you were a kid, you had this one on that side, and that's how you always did it. You can do it; it's not a problem.
Cool.
They're most of these pieces are symmetrical,
Sorta Scramble City.
kind of, sort of.
Kind
So
of.
on this piece, this is going to be the crotch and the waist. So we're going to take this black piece up. So now that's going to be a connector for the rest of the body, and you can't. So you don't want to have this piece, hanging out like that. Of course, now it's stuck. There we go. That just tucks away like that.
Okay.
So these white bits come down, and again, you can't have these hanging out. They just push up. So now we're just going to kind of lift up these pieces out of the way to get here. Like I said, I'm not sure. I don't think I had these hips all folded up properly in vehicle mode, but that's how you want them. Kind of sticking down like that. These pieces are all die cast and ratcheted, but we're going to talk about them in a bit. But so these just shove into the holes. There's no locking tab button or anything. It's just literally friction. You can see there's like a mushroom peg kind of thing there, and then there's a lip. There's a lip down in that hole.
And no foreplay at all, huh? Shove that mushroom peg in that lipped hole.
So that will kind of catch. There's a bit of plastic in there that will catch on and kind of hold it in.
Well, remember, it is Japanese. It was bound to be a little phallic, you know.
So you got to push it. You want to push it until it looks like that. It's got to go all the way in.
Till the stuff comes out the tip.
Until the stuff comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So again, come over here. Give it a squeeze. There we go.
Ah, you America too big. Too big America.
Too cool.
Yeah, too buku.
Too cool. Oh god. Why do you have that so ready to go? So now we take this bit. We got to fold this little stupid thing out. Oh, I think there's little wings that come out too. Fold that all up, and it's got to go, I think, this way. Let me just confirm. Yes. So now, again, there's a button in the middle of the treads here that controls the little clip to hold that in. So when you're putting it in, you don't have to press the button, but now it's super in there until you press the button, and then it comes right out.
So those white trapdoors, those don't do anything there?
Not in, no.
They don't move or nothing?
Nope.
Okay.
I think they do for one of the other modes.
I gotcha. All right.
But not for combined mode. So now this doesn't want to. There we go. So you just want to make sure every time you plug something into something else, just do that. Make sure it's solid.
Gotcha.
And then he's going to have rotation and stuff from that. So it's actually built into the base of this square thing because there's two. There's one on the other side. That's what plugged in. So that's where the articulation is going to come from. So now he still needs some more bulk. So now we take this bit, close that up. That's the top. So this is the bottom. Fold this up. And again, tuck that away. And we're going to have it this way because this springy bit right here, that's where the head plugs in.
Just like the original toy.
And again, so the button for this guy is the red bit in the middle.
Right.
So again, we plugged all that in. Now it's all solid. Good to go. Next, we got to do the arms. So the arms, we'll take this guy here. I'm just going to take off the helicopter blades for now because they're going to fall off while I'm messing with it.
So you're removing those with relative ease. Are they just on there with friction? Or?
Yeah, it's just friction. You see this little white stem?
Yeah. And
it's just a peg, and it just slots on.
I mean, if you turn it upside down, do they fall off? Or?
No.
Okay.
They're not going away. It's going to pop off when I'm messing with it if I don't take it off. So now we take this bit, and we're going to collapse that bit. This side does not want to go. So I think that you want to pinch them in.
Both of them?
But this is going to be the connection point.
Right.
So that's not going to go in all the way. So now we take this bit, make sure all the landing gears folded up. And we're going to take this stupid thing. And you can see 1, 2, 3 fins, right? And a square base, flat base. 1, 2, 3 slots with a flat base. Just like that. And then we're also going to, which I didn't do the first time I transformed it, we're going to fold these wheels in.
Whoa.
Underneath.
Fold in.
Underneath like that.
Dude, this is so... Dude, I'm just kidding out over here. I mean, you guys didn't own the original, but that thing just stood up and it was a statue, basically. This thing's got fucking swivels. And
so we're going to turn the hand. Oh, there's lots to come.
They're hiding wheels and stuff. It's great. Dig it.
We're gonna rotate. We're gonna rotate the fist. You can obviously just open that up, and you can see there's a fist built in. So we want it oriented like that, and then you can see there's a socket right there, and that just clips in there, and that's an arm.
All right.
So now we do that one more time, and now we can probably plug this back on. I just don't want to. These aren't the thickest pegs. I just don't want to break anything. I don't want to. Let's come over here again.
It's
Oh, we
an
got to
adult
pinch.
collectible. Yeah.
Pinch these together. So again, you can't put these on opposite sides.
Gotcha.
The helicopters have to be one way because all the joints for the arm, for the shoulder, are in here.
Okay.
Like just in this little section right here. There's nothing. There's no articulation in this socket. It's all in that. So the right has to be the right and the left has to be the left. Again, plug that in. Rotate the fist. Plug it in. Put your blades back on. Now, we take this bit, fold up the landing gear.
Would you be able to interchange the hands if you wanted to?
Yes.
Okay.
Not this part,
Oh, I see.
but the fist can.
Oh, okay.
The fist can pop off.
Gotcha.
So then we take this bit, and you have now this is in the instructions, but it's in Japanese, so most people don't know this.
Wait a minute.
What?
You can't put the red
Forearm?
Yeah.
Maybe you can.
All right. I was just curious.
Oh, I forgot to fold the wheels up.
Oh yeah, you did.
Actually, you know what? You probably can.
Okay.
I stand corrected. I think you can. So this is in the instructions, but it's in Japanese, so most people aren't translating it. When you attach the head, you have to do this. So this is a springy bit. You can see how
I was gonna say head on.
you can see that that's launching it. So you put it in there and you push it till it clicks, and we'll do the reveal. We'll do the reveal last. So then we take our last piece, fold up the landing gear, flip out this bit here, and then that bit there, and that's just going to friction clip. You can see there's a gap over this white bit, and that just clips over that.
No, you have to fly the ship.
Oh, sorry.
downward.
You're right. You're right. See,
Yes.
you're right.
There you go. That's how it goes. I can't wait
And
to
now
get
it
this
does
damn
one.
thing.
Now oh my god!
Oh!
Clip that on
Supposed to dock it, not crash it.
just like that, and now, like you saw before, there are hinges in here, so now you can just push those flat against the body, and then rotate, kind of hinge these out. So you want these bits flat, pointing straight out like boobies, and these kind of flush up against the body like that.
Oh.
And now he
Do
needs
those-
one. What?
Do those top ones, do they fold flat at all? Or
No, they will
Okay.
fold that far.
Gotcha. All right.
So they will look. It could look like that. But you can really move those however you want. Last but not least, he needs one more thing. He needs his face.
And you have to say the words.
Go Voltron.
No. He goes, and I'll form the head.
That's the wrong show, but okay. So
No,
we
he
come over
does
here.
say that.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
The
stand-
only difference is instead of form arms and body, like in Line Force, this one they said form arms and torso.
Mhm.
Well, they said that in both of them. They said that in regular Voltron too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
So we come over here, and there's a little groove right here, and we just split that and chunk that open. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen,
Dude.
we have one completed Dairugger.
I feel like they could have when you plug the head in, that thing should open on its own.
Oh, that would have
Oh, that would be
That would've been-
very cool.
Okay, so we should probably do articulation first, right? So we'll start up at the head. So if you leave it as is, first of all, we got to get him a little bit better frame here. If you leave it as is, he's only got nothing. Can't do anything. Can't rotate. He's just stiff as a board. So what you do is you pull up on it ever so slightly, get a little click out of it, and now you
Look at
got
that.
rotation, a little bit down, and a little bit back. So it's not. What?
Is all that within the?
That's all within the head itself. So if I pull it out,
Okay.
you see that collar above the white piece.
Uh-huh.
If I collapse it back, actually, there's no gap now.
Right.
And I just pull that out a little bit,
Gotcha.
and now there's a gap, and that's where the joint is.
Okay.
So it's not. It's also a swivel, and then it's just a hinge. So it's a hinge swivel. It's probably gonna. Yep, I gotta pull it back out. So there's nothing locking the head in. So when you pull it up, you can remove it completely. So you just don't pull it too hard. So then you get full rotation, and you get a little bit forward, and really nothing up. But it's more or less. I obviously, like I said, I always wish they were ball joint, and I wish you can get a little bit more. But it's not the end of the world for a solo Chogokin figure.
I dig it.
Okay, so the shoulders. This and the hips are probably, and not even the range in the hips, are the worst parts of the toy. Really, the shoulders. So the shoulders, like I showed, it's just a friction connection, right? It's just there's a socket. It's got, I believe, some spring-loaded clips on the side, and then this is I guess an octagonal shape. It's like square shaped with 4 extra corners. I guess technically it would be an octagon.
Right.
And so you can actually plug it in any way. It doesn't matter which way you plug it in. You still get the same range. So it tends, when you're messing with it, it can come out fairly easily. Like it's just frictioned in. There's nothing holding it in. There's no locking tabs. You saw how little force it takes to push it in, right? Just like that, and that's it. So it has a tendency to pop out when you're messing with it. It's not the end of the world, but I mean, that is probably that, and kind of the looseness in the hips, which we'll get to, are the only 2 real problems, with this guy. But as far as range, you've got soft ratchets all the way around. They're not the strongest ratchets, but I mean, you saw how much, just some lightly tapping, it'll hold up. So it'll hold the pose fine because none of his weapons are die cast; they're all plastic.
Okay.
So they're all pretty light. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Obviously, I would like stronger joints, but like I said, so that ratchet is actually built in between this white piece and this blue piece on that side. So, and all the articulation is built into right in here. So we can pull it out. See,
get that.
So like, see how I'm saying it's all built into this piece.
Yeah.
You can see it's all just, there's a die cast bit up in there, and that's where all the articulation is. So we can get out to there on not at such a great joint, but you can get out to there, and you can probably say it comes out. So there's a double hinge in there. So there's a hinge. I don't know if you can see it. There's a pin there.
Yeah,
But then there's another.
There you go.
You can kind of see up in there. See, there's a pin. There's
Oh,
a pin right there. That's one hinge, and then there's another hinge. It's like just folding it back down. It won't go down flat because it's a double hinge. So you gotta push it up like that to get it back to flat.
Gotcha.
So remember, this is all built into this bit right here, like this cavity and this bit. That's where all the articulation in the arm is. So I don't know if they could have put more stuff in, more hardware in here to make the range different, but
right.
I mean, you get out that far, which is good. Not great, but it's good. And then you kind of got to wiggle it and get it back down.
Does it butterfly at all?
No, that's completely. Okay. Oh shit! It does. Haha!
Ho, ho, ho.
I literally did not know it had that.
All right, cool. Because that's key. Because he's a sword guy. So.
Yeah.
Oh, and it is on the
That's on this piece.
All right.
I
excellent.
literally did not know he had that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Bicep swivel built in. to the helicopter. Elbows, not the best. So it's also built in. You see this kind of half moon cut. It might be a little washed out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it any better. It doesn't matter.
A little bit
A
better.
little bit.
So you get. Oh, he's got a second joint. I thought he only had one joint.
Oh, we're just discovering joints everywhere.
Left and right. So this elbow here, this piece right here, can only get that far. So pointing the arm, the shoulder straight up, he's only got about 45 degrees.
Uh-huh.
But you get one more click,
All right.
which still ain't great, but it's a little bit better.
Gotcha.
Again, 15 vehicles combining together.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, you can just angle that up a little bit and fake it till you make it, but elbow range is not great. So then the
Something.
fifth.
I was going to say, something was bound to get a little McClunky when you have 15 vehicles.
You literally have 15 vehicles coming together, so you have to give some leeway. So the fist can rotate all the way around and can also, if you pull it out, just like the head, give it a little bit of a gap. Now, you can see in there, he's got a hinge swivel. So he can get up and down and out.
All right, that's important for the form blazing sword, I would expect. That's coming.
So that's that. You can also rip it off. And he's got a whole bunch of replacement fists, which we'll get to when we do accessories. But if you just leave it like that, obviously you're only going to get a swivel. If you pull it out a little bit, and don't pull it off the peg, you pull it out that far, now you got a whole bunch more range.
Now, there's no button that shoots the fist off, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the original Matchbox and Popey toy had that fist firing action, didn't it, Brian?
Yes, just like the Lions did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the waists. We have soft ratchet. It's got a hard stop, so you got about 45 degrees left and right, which is all you really need. As long as you have at least that much, it's a pass. Always like more instead of less, but 45 degrees is, is acceptable. So now, if we pull up on the waist a little bit, and we rip it out.
Oh.
He has ever so slight. Oh, now it doesn't want to stay in. Why you no stay? This should come. See if you pull up on it. See in there?
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Huh. It's like
So that
Magic
gives him-
Square's Optimus Prime, that kind of hinge.
Yeah.
I thought the bottom one had one too.
Maybe you put it on upside down.
No, I looked in the. No, because that's where this waist swivel is. No, I guess it's just up there. I think I was just mistaken. So if you do that, you don't have a ton of ab crunch, but I mean you have some.
Is that red plane bending at all when you do that, or
No,
okay?
just getting in the way,
It's an obstacle illusion, I guess. Okay.
or an optical illusion,
Yes.
either one. So we'll rock that back down. So that's waist. I'll take an ab crunch any day of the week, no matter how little it is. So now the hips. So the hips are just frictioned, like I said. It does have hip skirts that all get out of the way. This one on mine will probably pop off. Yep, this one likes to pop off. This one does not. I don't know why, but they are just ball joints, so it does pop right back on. So the hips. The hips, unfortunately, they are made out of die cast, but these legs are beefy and heavy. And so they do ratchet out to the side, and we do get 100 on the Van Dam. However...
Oh, he's got Fans Toy Scoria syndrome.
Yep.
There's zero chance that you're going to get any kind of high kicking or any kind of. You can get some, like he'll stay. I got to sneeze. There's you're not going to get any kind of high kicking poses, but I mean he'll stay in a wide stance.
Okay.
But these are super weak ratchets. They are ratchets, but they are super weak. Like I can't underestimate how much these legs weigh.
Legs
Way.
They are. Oh no, I didn't. They are beefy and heavy. So unless they put some super beefy ratchets in here, there's nothing they could do. I wish they would have put better ratchets in there. So that's one of the weaker aspects of this guy.
You can hold his pillows. It's fine, I guess.
We can kick up to there
Hiya.
and back, not so much unless this gets out of the way, which I don't think it does, and I don't want to force it. No, it doesn't look like it moves. So you're not really getting anything too much back.
Okay.
And and you can get some stuff forward, but like I said, make sure it's flat-footed and solid, otherwise it's gonna tip over. This was a friction connection between here and here, so you get a thigh swivel built into that.
Okay.
This did not pop back out, so that's good. So the knee, like I said, in SDCC, everyone was saying those knees look terrible because they didn't plug them in all the way. So when you plug them in all the way, they look perfectly fine. And when you bend them, full 90 degrees, and they have that cover piece.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that cover piece does look good when you bend them. That's nice that they put that in.
So so nobody ever clarified that at SDCC that I'm aware of, but that's not something you have to worry about as long as you plug them in all the way. You get that cover piece, looks fine, and those ratchets actually more or less hold the leg. Not at 90, it droops a little bit, but it's still holding it. So now for the feet, much like the hands, if you just leave them, they're that, and you get nothing. But if you pull down on them, you unlock that ankle hinge, and that's built into that piece that we saw. I don't know if I can. No, I can't unplug this right now. That's built into that piece that's inside the shin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a little lame. I just noticed that.
I'm looking at the screw holes. I was just getting ready to Google a picture of them, see if you got the red on the right side.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure the instructions said to do it this way. I don't think that's right.
Oh, look at the cover.
The cover says it the other way, but I was looking at the instructions. Oh, I did it wrong.
Yep.
I guess I didn't follow the instructions close enough.
Easy fix, though.
As I knocked everything off.
Wow.
That was his head popping off.
Oh.
And this
What was
piece.
that? Oh, that comes off too. Okay.
We'll put that back in a second. Let's do this one off camera so I don't destroy things. Oh, and that piece came off. Hold on. Okay. So I purposely put everything the way I thought it was right. I gotta look at my pictures now to see if I took the pictures right when I first got them.
Because your camera's mirrored, you're all screwed up.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We lost the rest of them. Okay. So again, we pull these out. Yeah, it didn't make it. As soon as I saw the screw holes, I was like, something's not right. There we go. Much better. All right. So now the feet, we've got, let's see, forward. Oh, that came out. That's not good. Do we have forward and back? I think we have forward and back. We got up to there. Back, not so much, because that's going to put pressure on this piece and pop it off. So back, not so much, but you got up to there. And I believe got some pretty good ankle tilt.
Yeah.
And I guess technically you can probably pop the wheels out if you want to give him roller skate shoes.
Yep.
But
Be ready to take your hot dog order.
as you can see, he's pretty flat-footed. So that's the articulation of this guy in a nutshell. So, as we know, that's not all she wrote on this guy because he comes with a garage. So here is his garage. So this is everything that comes in the box. Him and all this. Except for two things. Well, the instructions, but there's a Japanese nameplate. that has the Japanese logo, and it says it's basically that. Looks just like that. So it
Okay.
says Dairugger and everything in Japanese. And then there's another one that just says Voltron in English. So you have your choice. It just pops off. You can swap it out and leave the other one in the box. The other thing it comes with is so you can pop the hands off. And if you remember with Voltron, you can connect the heads onto a Tamashii stage to have the heads flying out. So you can do the same thing with the fist. It comes with little adapters to connect to adapt the port on the fist to a Tamashii stage. So if you want to have the fist flying out and floating.
Well,
But
that's
everything
a nice
else,
effect.
everything else that's in the box is here. It's contained in this. So we'll kind of go through everything real quick. These bits are all for the little vehicles for some of their individual modes and their mini combined modes. These bits I didn't even mess with yet, but I believe that's for his blazing sword. So then he comes with a straight blade. Oop. They just wow! As I throw everything.
God, Con, did you have coffee or something?
So you have a triple blade, which I showed you before, and a straight blade for the helicopters. You can probably put them on in this mode too, but they're going to interfere with articulation. So I don't know why you would want to do that. So these just all peg on here. And then he's got...
Wait. Say again now?
What?
They have bigger ones, but you don't want to put them on? Is that what you said?
Well, you don't want to put them on in combined mode.
Okay.
Because they're going to be over his shoulder and
All right, gotcha.
block your articulation, and they're probably just going to fall off anyway. You can if you want, but
I'm surprised that they kept the circles on them for the ones that go like in alt mode. I thought that was kind of weird because I always
there's
thought
no. I'm
Man.
assuming it's because of safety, because if you
Oh.
snap one of them off, because they'll be very thin and weak.
Because I always thought as a kid, like the ones that came on my toy were just like that because that's how they did a lot of helicopter blades on toys as kids, you know.
Well, that's why they were there.
Yeah.
But he's also got 2 blade effect pieces. So he's got a blue, like energy blade thing, and then he's got the straight one, and kind of like an energy effect.
Yep.
So this one is just basically blue plastic. These pieces are small and do like to pop off. Come here.
This thing looks like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's not. There's a lot of crap. So like this is just a blue. It's thicker than the other one, and it's just like a solid blue clear plastic piece. And this one has like the energy effects. So if you want to have him holding this or throwing it, like if you want to have him throwing it, the adapters in the box. These are all this. I believe
Yeah, I was going to
these
ask
are all
you
the
about
same
that.
size, so you can just connect these to those same adapters and put them on a Tamashii stage and have it flying.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping that his hands can hold them at some point. We're gonna get there.
We'll get there. He comes with his sword.
They should have put those blades in a drawer or something that comes out the side.
Yeah, that's not the best, but the sword is super light, like dollar store cheap light.
Oh yeah.
It's back metal chrome, both silver and gold. Looks fantastic, but it is.
Wow.
I don't know how to.
I mean, the upshot is that those arms aren't going to droop with the weight of
arms
it.
will have no weight, absolutely no problem holding this up because it
I was
weighs.
gonna say bend it. That'll
Don't do that.
He comes with a long pointy spear. These pieces are all going to fall off in a second anyway, so I'm just going to take them all off. He comes with a short pointy spear. This bit's going to fall off because that's just friction. This bit is going to fall off because that's just friction. So that's his blazing sword piece. And if we spin it around...
Hey, hold on. Does that have a handle or something?
I believe... We'll go over it, but I believe it's that.
And that goes in his hand.
I believe so.
Oh, that's strange.
I didn't do it yet, but we'll look in the instructions in a second. He comes with this.
Oh.
A morning star.
Sure, but it's like a spear. It's not a ball at the end. So I don't know if there's a separate name for that. And then this rope is actually a wire, a braided wire. So it's like nylon thread, like a like a USB cable that's braided. So it's like that over a wire. So this is completely. That just popped off, but it's completely posable.
Oh, okay.
And it'll hold the pose because there's a wire in there.
Oh, very nice.
Dude, Dairugger is fucking badass.
So now, that apparently that can come off too. I did not know that. And then last but not least, if we flip it over, there's all his fists. So he comes with 2 closed fists, 2 sword fists or weapon fists. So these hold the swords and actually hold it at a slight angle, which is nice for a sword holder. 2, these actually should be swapped, but actually we can probably just swap that now. That's because of the other fist. Putting these on the first time is kind of a pain because it's a round hole in a plus size. 2 splayed hands. So just like, relaxed pointing hands. And then 2 of these kind of closed Spock hands like that.
Oh, is that for holding the...
So those are for holding the blades.
Cool.
The helicopter blades. And then the relaxed hands are just relaxed hands, although this one's got a slot in it. I did not notice that before. What the hell has... Oh, that's for this. So these are these can be used as the blazing sword hands, I'm assuming. We'll look in the instructions to be sure. And so he's got 4 complete sets of extra fists plus the stupid ones that he comes with. So that's everything he comes with. So let's see about the weapons, because I didn't do this yet. So you can see.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
All the different ways you can hold it. So we'll demonstrate. Yep, so that does that, and that goes there. Okay, cool. So if you want to do the blazing sword, so let's pop the hands off. Okay. And then we'll come over to here. So everything that I left on there pegs on securely, so it won't come off when I flip it over. All this other stuff is just loosely resting. So if you want to do the blazing sword, I'm assuming, take this, and then we'll take a right. We'll take that one. Put these off to the side for now. Plug this in.
Oh, they're smaller. Okay.
Yeah, they're more proportioned better.
I guess it'll give them more room to move on that peg too.
So you're supposed to take this and do this, and you're also supposed to. So that this piece is this piece, right? Hold on, let me pull the camera up. Right. So this blue piece, that's the same. Supposed to be the same piece.
Right.
Okay.
So you're supposed to pull this off, and now he pulled that off, so he's not supposed to have that there, right? If it was an animation, he would reach behind his head and pull that off. So it comes with this piece.
I don't know. Did he ever do that?
I don't know. But
so.
If he does that, he shouldn't have that piece. So that plugs in there and fills that piece in.
All right. Good.
So now we can plug this bit in. Pull it up. Why does it not want to pull out on that joint? There we go. We'll kind of move everything back here for a second. And then we can take this bit. Plug it in there. Well, I guess you can't really. Do they show him grabbing it?
What's supposed to be?
I don't. Hold on. No, I guess he doesn't make that motion, huh?
It's like a whip.
But yeah, just.
Maybe it's just a slashing thing.
Yeah, slashing effect part.
So he can do that. Well, if somebody wants to translate it, it's
It does
this.
look good.
Whatever that says.
Battle
Yeah.
damaged. I think that's what that says. So I guess the form blazing sword, you would just use his regular sword and put him as like their.
Sure.
Do you guys
So-
remember when he formed his blazing sword? Didn't he like take his propellers off and like put his hands together, like he was clapping them together, and then that's how he made this? I can't remember.
I don't remember anything. I'm sure I watched it, but I don't remember a damn thing about it. I remember the toy because I remember somebody I know had it. I don't remember who, but I remember seeing it, so I know somebody had it.
I think it's on Tubi TV right now.
It may be.
Come here. Well, I just don't want to lose this little piece. Let me just plug this piece back in. There you go. So let's grab a sword fist. Pop this piece off. Pop the sword fist on. There's a lot of stuff here. Oh, we got to plug this bit on. Put that back on. So the sword just goes right in. You can see, holds it at a slight angle.
Big ass.
Has no problem holding it because it's light as fuck. So that's him with the sword. I believe you can also jam. Does this come apart? It does come apart. So I assume. Oh, does this come apart more? No. So how do you get him? Let's look in the instructions. And you get him to hold this. He just holds it. Okay. No, that don't feel good.
Pull back apart.
Yeah, but it can't. It has to go past this bit. That's the problem. Like that piece comes off, but then
Mhm.
it's still stuck. I guess. See, like
Turn it upside. Turn it the other way around.
like that.
Uh-huh.
But still, I don't want to risk it.
Are the hands plastic or are they rubber?
They're
Or-
plastic, but there's
Yeah.
there is some motion in them.
Yeah.
Like there's some give. I don't know if I want to. I'm not going to
All right.
risk it.
All right.
I'm sure if you jam it in there, it'll probably be fine if you jam it in there, but I'm not going to risk it. So we can loosely hold that. And what about the little spears? Is it the same? Yeah, see this spear, there's only one piece. And I guess it just says jam it in there.
Yeah.
And this one, it says comes apart. Yep, see that one comes right apart. Which is how the big one should be. I don't know why it's not. Usually stuff like that just comes apart. Again, this has got to be the wrong fist for this. Oh, well,
Maybe it's the wrong fist.
it's got to be the wrong fist.
Maybe you gotta run it under hot water.
Maybe. Well, you get the idea. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to use the spears probably anyway. I prefer the sword. And then the other fists. Take this guy. Take that. And I believe there's even a peg. So if you take, like, say,
Ouch.
take this effect and jam it in between there. And you kind of got to. Where's the peg? There's the peg. Come here. Plug that in there. And that's him.
Dude, that's good shit right there, dude.
And you have him do something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
This hip skirt pops off very, very easily on mine. So you can have him doing something along those lines.
Right.
And you can do the same thing with any of the either the silver blades or the blue blades. You can have them. That's kind of cool. That's not a hateful looking look.
Dig it.
But let's see. I think that's everything. More or less everything this guy does. Talked about all the other combination modes. Oh, you can also hold the if you want to have him hold the single bladed one like that, I think you can. Yeah, you can see how there he is holding all the different shapes. Showed the sword, the blazing part, how everything connects to the garage. Yeah, so here's the Tamashii adapters I was talking about. There's a little baggie in the box with 4 of those little adapters. It just goes from a standard peg, Tamashii peg to the blade peg size. It even says Stage Act 4, but you can probably use anything because they're all of them are the same. The peg is the same size on all the stands. You could probably even use non-Tamashii stands. So anything with that port, you just use those little adapters. That's what they look like. It's a little blue adapter. I didn't bother showing it because you really need to see a little blue adapter. Plugs into there, and then you can have that effect like flying through the air, supported by the Tamashii stage. But I think we would just do some comparisons.
Yeah, let's do it.
And I think, oh yeah, that is the so the only I was right. So the swivel is in that bottom piece, in the waist, in the bottom of the waist there. Only the bottom swivels, and then the top has the app crunch. I thought it was all on the bottom, but it is two separate parts. Let's see. All the combination stuff. So you can, and also, so these little bits, these little chrome bits in the garage here on the bottom, down there, that all that kind of stuff, you can put them on the individual vehicles. So you can go on this guy here. So you can see, like, this is that little piece. You say, what is that piece on the car? You flip that up, and that locks this piece into that.
Okay.
And then that other piece, that other chrome piece can go on the top of this guy. So if you're really into, it's really stuff. If you're into, see, these two go on this one, and this one goes on that one. So if you're into the individual vehicles and you want to play with the individual vehicles, that's what all that kind of stuff is for.
Kind of gives it more of that submarine look, like when it's submerged.
So we'll move all this out of the way, and we'll kind of stand him upright. Get him kind of in a neutral stance. So here he is. That's with his feet extended, the ankles extended as well, just to be clear. And then I don't really know what to show it with besides the obvious, so we'll just use our old standby. So here he is with MP10. Everybody in America has an MP10. You can't tell me you don't.
I don't.
You don't have any MP10s.
Nope.
He's un-American.
Well, you got to remember, I've only been collecting MP stuff for about 2 years now.
It doesn't matter. I had 4 of them within 30 seconds of being a collector because they just show up at my house because they're so plentiful.
Well, not like 7 years ago they weren't.
They put out so many of them. There's what, like 12 different versions of them. You should have at least some version of MP10.
I'm pathetic that way.
There he is with Magic Square Prime.
See, that's the one I have.
All right. Well, now you know.
I got 2 of those.
Here he is with Megatron.
No one cares. Give me the money shot, Ace. Come on, man.
Relax. Here he is with a MP car sized.
Turn fast forward button.
Hold on. Well, how else can I drag this out for Brian and piss him off a little bit?
How's he scale with some like Hasbro mainline chug?
Here he is with a spudger.
You have
Okay.
a bottled water or something.
Here he is with a half full glass of iced tea.
There you go.
Got a Combiner Wars Menasor over there.
I like
I
those
do.
majestic
I do.
flamingos.
If you want to give me 2 minutes, I can get one.
Yes.
I mean, he made a vehicles too.
Here he is with a Magic Square Prime Legends trailer.
I still need to get that damn thing. God damn it. They're making a new one. Did you guys see that? It has the translucent windows.
Oh God, another one.
Yeah, but I'm glad I waited.
All right.
What about Squeaks?
I could dig him out of the. Squeaks is in that closet somewhere in one of those tubs.
Oh, well, wait.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to bed.
Oh.
And here he is with the only thing anybody cares about.
Oh, he's a little
That's
taller.
Sweet.
Beast King Go Lion.
God, I can't.
There they are together.
You know, and I think that's about how they scaled in the wonderful animated series, The Fleet of Doom.
So head to head, he's about half a head taller.
Now, you said his ankles are fully extended. Do they collapse at all?
They do.
All right.
But that would make his feet.
Oh, you can't pose them and then squish them down, or
kind of, but you're not going to get. There's not a ton of room to really. If you're gonna pose them, you should leave them extended.
Which one's heavier?
I was gonna get to that.
All right.
So height wise, he's about like the top of his lion head comes to about here. So he's this blue bitten up taller. Now, if you go by the wings, obviously the wings are gonna make him taller. But chest to chest is about the same. He's about the same, about half a head taller. But so, goddamn. Okay, hold on. Whose stomach rumbling?
Wow. Whose stomach was that?
Whose stomach was that? Did you eat?
Yeah, I did.
Are you still hungry? God bless.
Maybe.
Apparently.
All right, so
we're gonna see JD race to the bathroom here in a second.
Going by my super scientific, which one feels heavier? I'm gonna say Go Lion.
All right,
by about 20%.
Now you're a righty though, so you did pick him up with.
I
your
am right.
weak hand.
Hold on. Okay. I want listen. We're all about fair here.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I'm gonna still say about 20%.
Dude, it's so great. Like this is something, man. Like, I know a lot of people collect a lot of Voltrons, but this is gonna be the first time I'm gonna have two in scale with each other. Oh, it's glorious, fucking glorious.
So, kind of final thoughts wise, is he worth it? All that jazz. Honestly, to me, I think he's completely worth it.
You already paid for it.
That doesn't mean that the things that I buy are worth it if I paid for it. The money is definitely there. Like the paint is, all the paint, everything is painted perfectly. Everything is heavy and die cast. Everything feels super solid and sturdy. The only real issues I have are the shoulder connection is stupid. That should have locked in at least. If that's kind of friction in, that should have at least locked in.
Well, they're not falling out. So.
They're not falling out, but when you mess with them, they will fall out. But that's the other thing. So even though that connection sucks and can pop out when you're messing with it, and the hips can't hold their weight worth shit. If you pose it and have him flat-footed, he's not going to sink. His arms aren't going to droop. He's not going to lose the pose. It'll hold basically anything you put him in. So while the hips suck and that shoulder connection and the range and the arms in general kind of sucks, it's not horrible, and he'll hold the pose just fine. So the only real thing I don't like I said, is just kind of the range in the hips and the shoulders and stuff. Other than that, he's great. He's got everything. First of all, give him some kind of leeway. He's 15 vehicles combined together. 15. That means there's 15 connections. So actually more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 connections. So it's never going to be perfect because of all these connections. But even with everything connecting, like there's some wiggle up in here because that's where the ab crunch is. There's a joint in there. There's some wiggle here because that's where the ratchet is for the waist, right? So whenever there's a ratchet joint, there's always going to be some wiggle room. But like these legs are super solid. He's a little wobbly because of those, like I said, those ratchets.
And the legs are
legs are heavy as fuck. I mean, when you put him down, he's not going anywhere. Is he as solid as this guy? No, he's not. This guy is a brick and a half. Like he's still got some wiggle, but like this guy is a tank. But it's also only 5 connections, and most of these connections actually. I know these. I remember these have buttons, so these actually physically lock, and I think these just frictioned.
I thought there were buttons on the back of his shoulder.
I don't remember if there's buttons. Hold on, let's see. No, I think they're just friction. Well, those lock the shoulders. It's been a while. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure that's just friction.
Hey, you have to disconnect them every 3 months or they get fused in there forever.
Who said that?
Me, just now.
Oh, okay.
You want them to pull apart. See if it breaks.
I shan't be doing that. But like all the connections on him feel super sturdy because it's also only 5 bots, and the center one is a tank in and of itself. So is it as sturdy as this guy? No. Is it still sturdy? Absolutely. Is it beautiful? Absolutely. Do you need a different Dairugger? No, you don't. This is all the Dairugger you would ever need.
Yeah.
If you don't particularly if you care about Dairugger or Vehicle Voltron, but don't care enough to have 17 different versions of them, and you just I want one damn good version of Voltron and one damn good version of Vehicle Voltron, this is the set you want. Plain and simple. There's nothing that would compare that I know of. They scale together. It's the same company. They're both built incredibly well. They're both beautiful. If you want a set of Voltron to represent Voltron and you want them to be good toys, you can't go wrong with these guys. So is it worth it? The price is worth it to me. Is it worth it to if a put it this way, if you're willing to spend $300 on a high-end Voltron figure, you will be happy with it. If you want to spend, $100 or $150 or however much like the Toynami stuff goes for, I'm sure those are fine too, but you're not going to get, I don't think you're going to get this level of paint and this level of quality. So to me, if you're willing to spend the money, if that's worth it to you, these are worth it to me. I think it's worth the $300 plus, slightly over $300 price point.
Now they just need to make Gladiator Voltron.
I don't know.
Which one is that?
That was Albagus, I think, whatever his name was.
It's Agabus.
He was the one that it was like the nesting doll, Was
Not
the little
really. He
guy
was
that
like,
went into the big guy that went into the big guy?
no. He was like 3 equal-sized guys that formed one big guy.
Oh, that's right. And his torso stacked like 3 high, right?
It stacked, and he would
Yeah.
have multiple arms and multiple configurations.
Gotcha.
Now the question is, does he
Oh.
pass the Figgah banging test?
Oh boy. As I'm losing pieces off the garage.
Without hip skirts popping off
Yeah.
and the back of his head falling off.
Ace.
What?
Also, too, while you're doing that, do you think he would be able to hold that sword with 2 hands?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think he can absolutely do
Hold
that.
on. So I gotta have the other sword holding hand?
Well, I mean, just put the hands together. You know what I'm saying? Just,
Oh, we're gonna listen. You're gonna do it. Might as well do it properly. I think I'm gonna display him with that, with the sword and that. I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is that all in frame?
Mhm.
Yep. Looks good.
Oh my god!
Look at that.
Hold on,
shit.
hold on. Let's not jump the gun here. I think he's got to come a little bit in more. Hold on. It's more about doing this around the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, you know that's got to be awkward.
Okay, it's in. I promise you, it's in. You can get it. You can get it better than that.
Well,
You're not
it can be
going
done.
to get a different pose than that though, because of the range in the shoulders. Like you're
Yeah.
not going to be able to have him like thrusting it like that or something.
He
Right.
just makes it then.
okay.
Like you can wiggle it in there. There's enough give in the fist in the hands, so the hands aren't solid. I mean, they're solid, but they have play in the plastic. You can
Gotcha.
probably get it. You can do a little bit better than that. So I mean, he can dump in his hand.
He's got a splayed hand to catch it.
Yes, he does.
I say we give it to him on that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be close.
Oh,
Hold on.
Oh, come on now.
see,
His
like I
arm's
said.
got to stay in.
See, like I said, that's. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get more range out of it before I plug it back in. Oh, that's actually worse.
no.
I mean, he'll smell it. He's definitely getting a whiff. He knows what he ate for lunch. I mean, it's close. I'm gonna say close, but no cigar. I mean, if you do this and
Yeah, you can shoot his head into his hand, and he's all set.
Yeah, that's how he does it.
Yep.
I mean, that's how I would do it. Just saying.
Fair enough. He wins.
But all right. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Does this open up? That looks like a hinge.
Uh-oh. It's a communicator.
No, maybe not. It looks like there's a hinge right there, doesn't it?
It would be funny though if Voltron
Mhm.
like spoke into his wrist when he's like talking to someone. That would
Hey,
just
other
be so-
Voltron, come help.
It's got a picture of Optimus Prime in there.
You fellow robot, come assist. All right. So, any other questions?
Nope.
before we-
No other questions.
Anybody else have any other opinions?
He looks awesome. He absolutely looks awesome.
Yeah, hey, if it's your thing. Like I didn't watch this Voltron. But
You
it's
buy-
cool.
you buy- I thought I bought everything. You buy everything. Everything.
Nah,
No.
we've nipped that in the bud. I'm
Put
not
a
buying
stop-
everything. I'm not
Put a stop to
buying
that one.
Yeah, I'm not buying everything anymore.
All right.
All right.
So I think we said.
Alright.
I think we basically said everything. If you're on the fence, I would say jump on it because you will regret not getting it, like a lot of people did with regular Voltron, and then paid an absorbent amount for it. So if you want it, I would say just buy it. But I think it's completely worth it. But all right. You want to? Who's got the chat tonight, Mr. Fisher?
I have it, yes.
Okay.
We had Noble Young, P. Shrek, Eric Von Wolfenstein, Eric B., KJ Smith, Bots in Disguise, Studio Dre, Lord Shadowkeeper, Hurricane BX, EE Prime, Mandalore 2280, and Cobra Clan.
All right.
So,
Yeah, look at that.
Those
Those hands
hands-
even.
Those hands are fucking.
They were
creepy.
creepy. They were like
Yeah, they're very
waving.
3D,
They're
right?
like, ugh.
It's like you
Ugh.
reach out and touch them.
Ugh.
Look, Dr. Manhattan
The hell did I do with the? Oh, threw it on the floor.
patronizing us.
All right, let's do some way outs and we'll get out of here. Mr. Brink, where are you at?
Brian Brink on Facebook, at Brinklizer on Instagram.
Oh, I forgot one other thing. Apparently, there's some kind of misprint in the manual. Air recon helicopter is supposed to be advanced recon helicopter.
Oh,
Like they put air instead of advanced, and that's supposed and that warranted them reprinting an entire sheet to put in the instructions.
and the Falcon VT fighter is the Falcon Jet Fighter.
So if that's important to
Okay.
you and the instruction, and you trigger from the instructions, just know that there's a correction. Mr. JD.
Yeah. You can find me Tuesday nights on Breaking the Mold. Every other Wednesday here with you fellas. Yeah. Pigment Surgery on Instagram, Xbox Live, Shelf Gravy, all that stuff.
All that stuff.
All that stuff.
Mr. Fisher.
Social media profiles are linked to my Facebook page, regular name. And other than being here every other week with you guys, you can catch me every Friday on the All Queued Up podcast and on this channel every Friday night on MPSP Theater.
All right. I am at Ace Milo pretty much everywhere, mostly Instagram. My real name on Facebook, figure it out. It's not that hard. Check out all the other Cool Table Network shows. Just follow the Cool Table Network page on Facebook. It's the easiest way to be notified of new shows. We do have new merch, so if you check out the link in the Facebook group, if you're not a member of the Facebook group, first of all, go join the Realm of Collectors Facebook group and answer the questions. They're not that hard, although some people find them hard. Join that. Just search Realm of Collectors on Facebook. There's a link to the Teespring page, which is there's a new shirt right now. It's a Patient Safe pocket shirt. Mine actually just shipped after like a week and a half. That's the only bad thing about Teespring is like you order it and then it takes like 2 weeks for it to actually print and ship. They do it like in batches, I guess. But yes, check that out. Buy a shirt. Anything else? Next week is Thanksgiving, so any of our American friends celebrate Thanksgiving. Enjoy your Turkey Day.
Gobble,
Don't let Christmas overshadow Thanksgiving. Damn it! Thanksgiving is the best holiday.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Oh, happy birthday, Jisk.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Jess.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your donut. Oh.
All
right.
Fry.
Thank you for joining us live. Thank you for watching After the Fact. And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
And don't lift anything by yourself.
That's live.
Say it with me now.
Round